So page 2 is okay? Yeah, don't be shy to ask questions. We're going to move on to page 3. Page 3. Is there anything on page 3 that you want us to take a look at? So starting from question 14 all the way to 21. Number 18. So number 8, 18B, okay. And number 19, okay. Okay, anything else? That's good? Okay. Okay. Oh, 20 and 21. Okay, so we'll go over those word questions. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to do that on a separate sheet of paper because I don't have room for those questions. Now, before I answer question number 18B, I have to answer question 18A. Okay, so let's do question 18B. Sorry, 18A first. So let's see. Read it together. So Dijan needed to buy a calculator for school. His teacher recommended a calculator that cost $18.99. Dijan finds a calculator on sale with a discount of 30% off. Okay, so 30% off. The question is calculate the amount of discount. So the way they show the discount is in terms of percent. So how can we figure out the amount of the discount? So the discount, okay, dollar amount, we know it's 30% off, so 0.30. Okay, the reason why it's 0.30 is because if 30% off, 30% means 30 out of 100. So 30 out of 100 is 0.30 times the amount, the original amount. So $18.99. Let's figure that out. So 0.30 times $18.99. This is what I got. We're rounding it off to 2 decimal places, nearest hundredth this time. So 5.697. Rounding it off to 2 decimal places, so cutting off to 2 decimal places. We see 7 here. That means the 9 would be rounded up to 10. And then the 10 will round up the 6 to 7. So it would be $5.70. So this dollars. That's our discount, amount of discount. So that's 18A. Now 18B says calculate Dijan's final cost after taxes. Okay, so we know that this is $5.70 off. It used to be $18.99, but now it's $5.70 off, so we gotta take that off. Okay, that's why it's called off. So $18.99 minus $5.70. So it's $13.29. $13.29. After that, we have to do the taxes. So $13.29 times 1.12. Okay, is everybody okay with that one? Because it's 12% on top of that, right? So $13.29, I have it on my screen, times 1.12. We're gonna get a whole bunch of decimals again. 14 rounding it off to 2 decimal places. So it would be 1488. 1488. Okay, is that good? Hello. That's number 18. Now let's take a look at number 19. Number 19 says Clarabelle goes to grocery to buy potato chips. The chips she wants cost $3.85 per bag. $3.85 per bag. But the store is running a promotion. If she buys 3 bags, they will take off $2.50 from the price. Okay? So if she buys 3 bags, they're gonna take off, means subtracting it. So letter A, if Clarabelle buys 3 bags, how much would it cost? Okay, so we know for 3 bags, it's gonna cost 3 times 3.85. Okay, because it's $3.85 per bag, each bag. So let's do that. So 3 times 3.85, it's gonna cost $11.55. $11.55. That's without the discount. The discount is $2.50 off. So it's $11.55 minus $2.50 minus $2.50. So now it's gonna be just $9.05. $9.05. So if it's gonna cost $9.05, how much question says here? What is the cost after taxes? So after taxes, 9.05 times 1.12, 12%. It's going to be $10 and rounding it up to 2 decimal places, so $10.14. So $10.14. Okay? That's 19A. Let's take a look at 19B. 19B says Clarabelle pays with $20 bill. How much change will she get? The cost of the chips is $10.14. She pays with a $20 bill. How much is her change? So $20, take away $10.14. How much would that be?
$9.50.
So $20 minus $10.14, $9.86. So $9.86. Okay, so far so good. So that's money management with some discounts. Okay, number 20. Going to number 20. I'll just read it first. You are running a clothing store. You want to put a sweater on sale. The original cost is $45. I'll just write this out. Original cost is $45. And you want to put it on sale for $20. So question A says, what is the amount of discount in dollars? So how much is a discount? It used to be $45, now it's 20. How much is a discount? How can you figure that out? So original cost minus the sale. So 45 minus 20, so that's a discount of $25. So we got this discount. That means $25 off, right? That's what discount is. Now letter B says here, you want to make a sign that shows the discount as a percent. Express a discount as a percent of original price. So discount as a percent of the original price. So it's $25 off out of original price. Okay. And because it's percent, so we have to multiply by 100. So 25 divided by 45 times 100. So the percent discount is 55.56%. So, okay. And they said round it to the nearest whole number. So we're going to round it off to the nearest whole. So it's going to be 56%. Is that okay? So those are the questions 18, 19, and 20. Now we're going to get into the next one, 21. 21. Okay, 21 is very different now. And let's see how different this 21 is. You are going to invest $750 simple interest account that earns 3.5% per annum, means per year. How much interest will be earned by your investment after 10 years? Okay. Now the key thing in when we look at this particular question is that this is a simple interest question. I think last time when we saw each other last, I gave you a formula sheet, right? And then the formula sheet has the formula that's going to be on the exam that you don't need to write anymore. Let me see if I have extras. Okay, so you will need one pen? Formula? Oh, you have one. Okay. You will get one on the day of the exam, but I gave it out to the students so that you know what to make for your exam study sheet, because you're allowed to bring one. So the formula for simple interest is, let's do A first. Simple interest is I equals to P times R times T. Okay, I think we remember that one, right? I equals to P R times R times T. Okay, so what's given? The question is this: how much is the interest? So the principal is given, the rate is given, and then the time is 10 years. It's given. So this is a matter of substituting. Okay, so on the exam, 1 mark is for substituting properly. Okay, so make sure you substitute properly. In everything you do, substitute first. That's 1 mark. So principal is $750. That's how much the investment is. Rate is 3.5%. Okay, but 3.5% means 3.5 divided by 100. So 0.035 times time. The time has to be in years. So it's 10 years. So just doing this part here, plugging in or substituting the right number in the right spot, that already calls for 1 mark. And then the other mark will be trying to figure out with the correct unit. So let's calculate that. 750 times 0.035 times 10 and we're gonna get $262.5. So 262.5, but 2 decimal places, so we have to put a 0 at the end. Okay, so far so good?
Teacher, just leave it at that.
Yeah, okay. And then the B part, what is the total value of the investment after 10 years? So initially we put the $750 as the investment because we left it there to grow for 10 years. So how much is the investment after 10 years? So it's becomes $750 plus 262.
You should get the decimal place in there as well. You got .035, which would 750 times .035 would equal $26.02.
Did I calculate it Okay, hold on. Yeah, actually that makes, it's 10 years though? Okay.
So 755, .35, then you get to
It's 3.5, so 3.5 divided by 100. 3.5 out of 100. Let's see. That's your question over here. This one.
yeah.
Okay. So the 3.5%. We can change that into decimal. So 3.5 divided by 100. So 3.5 divided by 100. So that's going to give us 0.035. So 0.035. So now I'm going to go back and calculate that. So 750 times 0.035 times 10. Oh, did we times it by 10?
Yeah, no, this would be 4 times the website.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Yeah. So that would be 26.25 for 1 year, but then because it's 10 years, so it times it by 10. So is that all good now? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we want to make sure that we get it all right at the exam. So going back to this one, used to be 750 is how much we invested because it grew 262.50. So plus 750. The investment is now worth $1,012.50. And I still have to put the 0 at the end because it's 2 decimal places. Good? Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about this. So that part is done. Anything on page 22 to, sorry, not page 22, question 22 to 28. And don't be shy. Like, I mean, we're taking our time going through these stuff with you. So let's do that. Which one?
Yes.
Okay. So take a look at the next page and tell me which ones would you like us to go over. Okay, anything on page 4? So this one here is a simple interest, but the tricky part there is it's 7 months. Okay, 7 months. So how can we do that? Because everything has to be in years. number 3, this is gonna be, they're talking about, they gave us the interest. State the interest rate. That's what the question is, interest rate. Okay. Anything in here that you want us to take a look at? Are you good? I remember our formula sheet last time when we wrote this. Okay, if you kept that, that would be a really good thing to put on your formula sheet for the final exam. So if you still have it, make sure you put that into your formula sheet for exam. If you don't have it anymore, it should still be on the blog because I've never erased anything, so you can go searching for it. Okay, but it's going to be probably all the way down.
Is it possible to get like not besides the formula sheet, but a sheet that says the order of which buttons you press on the calculator? I find a problem because we're specifically with trigonometry. I'm always forgetting which buttons, which order to press in.
Yeah, you could write that on your formula sheet, the study sheet, because the formula sheet will only give you the Pythagorean theorem formula, SOHCAHTOA, Rule 180, but it doesn't tell you which button to press. So what you could do is on the form, because you could create one sheet of study sheet to the exam, right? You can have anything on that. You can do an example. If you want, you could do the like what buttons to press. That's a possibility. Okay. And if you need help with that, we can do that too. One paper, both sides. Yeah, back to back. So I think everybody got, yeah, everybody should received it. And if you didn't, I will give you one. So this is the instruction. Okay, so 12, it's supposed to be 12 to 2, but we can give you up to an hour. So it could be 12 to 3 if you need it. But after that, 3 o'clock, it's done. Okay? You're allowed to bring a calculator, and you can bring one page back-to-back study sheet, and it could be on anything. Anybody do you need one?
What is this?
I gave this out before.
It's the same as me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Only if you didn't receive one. You didn't get one?
Which one is the formula sheet? This is not given.
Oh, you weren't here. Okay, I'll print it out.
What is your assistance?
Oh, she's assisting somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything in page 4 and 5. Are you okay with that? You're good? Okay, let's move forward, move on. Anything on page 6? Anything on page 6? Okay, are you good? Nothing there? Okay. What about page 7?
One
Page 7 are graphs. We're Jabbar. We're doing this one. The review. You're looking at the wrong. Okay. Anything in Unit 4. Design and measurement. So all of the formula for design and measurement, area, perimeter, volume. Are you okay with that one? Or anything there you want to see? Number 38. Okay. Anything else on this page? 37. A and B, or both, or just the B? This one? The circle? Okay. Anybody want to see the B part? Sure? Okay. So basically 37 A and B. 38. Anything else on this page? Is that it? Okay, let's go through that one. Let's do 37. 37. Find the area of the following shape. So area. So area. Now, we're going to have to first figure out the correct formula for area of a circle, and then substitute, and then solve. So area of a circle would be, this is A, pi r squared. So pi times radius squared. So we got the right formula. 1 mark for substitution. 1 mark for substituting the right values. So pi times r. What's my r? So this is the r from middle to the end, right? So 27 squared. So 1 mark for just writing that piece down. So pi times 27 squared. It's going to be 2,290.22. Okay, now area. When we're talking about area, it's going to be unit squared. Okay, unit squared. So if this is 27 inches, so this is in inches, so the unit is inches, right? Area would be inches squared, or square inches. Good? Now let's do 37B. B part. When we look at our formula, we don't have a formula for this kind of shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to see parts of it so that we can do parts. So we could cut it that way. So you have a rectangle here, a smaller rectangle, and then a bigger rectangle. So find the area of a smaller rectangle and the big rectangle. Small rectangle and we're talking about area. So area of a rectangle would be A for area is length times width. Okay, so focusing on this one, what is the length? That's going to be the 4. And what's the width? What would be this part? It doesn't show us what that value is, but we have to figure it out. How do we do that? If this is 15, the whole thing is 15, and then this part is 8, so that means this portion would be 7, right? Is everybody good about that one? So length would be 4 times 7. So 4 times 7. Area would be 28. And because we're talking about area, what's the unit? The unit is meters. Meters square, or square meters. Okay? Now we're going to do the big rectangle. The area of that. Okay? So same formula. Area is length times the width. Okay? So length, going back to this one, that would be the 7. And then the width would be 15. 15. So it's going to be 7 times 15. It's going to be 105 and meters square meters. So this is the small rectangle that we have, and then just combined it with a big rectangle, so therefore the total area would be 28 plus 105. It's going to give us 133 square meters. Okay, so that's a compound shape. Okay, is that good? We're going to do number 38. Number 38. Yeah, it's good. Okay, for number 38, it says find the shaded area. The shaded area. So we don't have a shaded area formula for that, but what do we know? You got 2 circles here that there's like 2 circle holes, like 2 holes. So if this is 30, this is called the diameter, 30. And what we're going to do is first figure out the area of a rectangle. Okay, area of a rectangle. Okay, well, how to figure out the area of a rectangle? Well, we need the length and we need the width. So what do you think the length is of this rectangle? Because it's not given to us. 60, right? So this is going to be 60. And how do you know it's 60? Yeah, so because if this is 30 and then this is another 30, so 30 and another 30, that makes this a 60. So that would be centimeters. Okay? So I figured out the length. What about the width of a rectangle? What would it be? 30 as well? Oh, what makes you think it's 30?
Area wide.
You are correct. It's 30 centimeters. Yeah. So how did you figure that out? The diameter, right? So the diameter, although it's written this way horizontally, the diameter is also could be done vertically, right? That's also 30. So this is 30. That's why it's 30. So now we could go, area is length times width. Length is 60 times 30. is going to be 100, sorry, not 100, 1,800. Okay, 1,800. And because it's an area, it's centimeters times centimeters, so it's going to be centimeters squared. Anything that says area or surface area, it's going to be unit squared. Okay, so now we figured that out. What are we going to do? Well, we got two circles in here that we have to take away. Let's figure out one circle. So area of circle. One circle first. What's the formula for circle? Pi times r squared. Pi times r. Oh, okay, well, what's the r for this? Okay, so we said from here to here is 30. That is the diameter. And we want to know what the radius is. Radius is from center to the edge. So that's going to give us 15. So times 15 squared. So area is equals to pi times 15 squared. I've got to figure that out. Wow. That came up to 706.86, rounding off to 2 decimal places, centimeters squared. Okay, that's only one circle. So now, how can we figure out the shaded area? Okay, so taking into account the whole thing, so 1,800 minus one circle is 706.86, and then this is also another 706.86. So you can do that, or you could double the circle and then subtract it. So that's another possibility. This one works. So 1,800 is the whole rectangle. Taking away one circle and another circle, the area is 386.28, and it's still centimeters square, or square centimeters. Is that okay? Does that make sense? So everything here, like showing all the steps, that's what we're looking for. Okay, we're looking for the right answer, of course, but we're also looking at how you derive the answer. What were you thinking about? Okay, we're gonna get into some trigonometry part, or anything else? Are you okay with page 9? 40. That's a good one. I was gonna say, somebody gonna ask number 40. Let's do number 40. Number 40 is a party hat, and because it's a party hat, it has the cone shape, right? We're looking for the surface area of the party hat, and because it's a party hat, you want to be able to put it on you, so there is no end. Okay, no end. So we're gonna take away some portion of it. So surface area of cone. Now the formula for the surface area of cone is this: pi r squared plus pi rs. Pi r squared times pi rs. Or could be interchanged, okay? So pi r squared, that's the circle base, And then this one here is the side of the cone. Because there is no circle to cover the base, or no top, if you flip it upside down, then we have to get rid of that part, okay? Because there's no circle. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna do the pi times r times s. Pi times radius. Okay, gonna go back in here. What is the radius of the cone?
What?
5, yeah. Right? Because the diameter is 10 inches. So radius is 5. So pi times 5 times s. What's the s value here? They told us it's 20. Okay. So pi times 5 times 20 is 314.16. I'm gonna take a look. What unit am I gonna write down? We're talking about area, so it's gonna be square units. So inches square. Is that okay? Okay, we have about 5 more minutes, so let's see. Is there anything on trigonometry that you want us to take a look at? Well, we'll try to do as much as we can, okay? So the very first one, I'll do it here. 43, it says, if you, okay, exception of 180 rule. Okay, good. This is what we're gonna do. So this is 180 rule. This part, we have Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. And then the SOHCAHTOA. Okay. When you look at this part in here, this formula, a squared plus b squared equals to c squared, we only use that if we have only sides involved in the question. Okay, only the sides. So you like, this is a side.
Is that one of those questions where it's gotta be set to DEG on your calculator?
Yeah, well, in this case, we should actually always put it in the degree for,
Oh,
yeah, because it's this part here. Yeah, so here, side given, side given, side question mark. Okay, only the sides. That calls us for a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. So which is which? The c squared is the hypotenuse, so c is there. So that means this is a and then this is b. 14 squared plus 30 squared equals to x squared. Okay, we can figure this out. 196 plus 900 equals to x squared. Hello. Okay, so we're solving for x squared. 392. Now we don't want x squared, right? So how do we get rid of the x squared or the squaring? We're gonna take the square root. So square root of that is 19.80. So this part here is 19.80. And what unit would that be? So this is a side. Side would be in centimeters. Centimeters. Okay? Now let's take a look at this one. what's given? Side, a side, and a side. Okay.
I missed something there. Where did you get that 392 from? On the question?
Oh, no, not 392. Sorry, I had a different number on my calculator. So 196 plus 900, 1096. Uh-oh. Okay, thank you. And then square root 33.11. Oh, thank you for that. So 33.11. Yeah, we gotta take the square root. Okay. Is that good? Now let's take a look at the next one. Side, side, and a side. See, all of the givens, everything are sides, right? So we're gonna use Pythagorean theorem. But in this case, this is the C, this is the A, and then this is the B. So A squared plus B squared equals to C squared.
Teachers difference.
Yep.
The
Sorry,
plus
I'm trying to.
900?
Yes. Okay. First thing is substitution. 13 squared plus x squared equals to 17 squared. Okay. 169 plus x squared. 289 for 17 squared. So what we're looking for is the x, and it's not always the hypotenuse, right? So how can we figure out the x? Gotta subtract 169 on both sides. So x squared is equals to 289 minus 169. That's 120. And then finally take the square root. Is 10.95. And the unit there, so this part here is 10.95. Because this is a side, that's gonna be a feet, right? Because sides are feet. Good? Okay. So far so good. There you go. I think I'm gonna stop right here.